Take a look at a San Diego County voter registration map, and you'll see a county that's become quite a bit more blue over the past 2 decades. And some voters who've left the Republican Party have no problem telling you why. For Bonita resident Nikki Petzel, it was Donald Trump's campaign for president in 2016.
By the time it came time to vote in 2020, there was just absolutely no way I could vote for another Republican ever.
While she grew up Republican and conservative, now she votes the entire Democratic ticket.
The entire ticket. Even if I didn't know what it was.
Petzel is part of a political shift in San Diego's voter registration between 2004 and 2020. It's transformed San Diego from a county so reliably red to the light blue county it is today. The impacts of this sea change have been significant, says Thad Trageser, a politics professor at UC San Diego.
We've seen this radical transformation just over the last 2 decades in San Diego, from really a Republican stronghold to a battleground, and now an area where, if you look at the county board of supervisors, the city council, the legislative coalitions, Democrats have almost locked up every position.
But the move away from the Republican Party has not happened evenly across the county. Areas like Escondido, Carlsbad, Lake San Marcos, and Valley Center all saw a drop in registered Republicans. But GOP registration actually increased in other places like El Cajon and Encinitas. California Republicans were always more moderate, with leaders like Congressman Brian Bilbray and Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, who were socially liberal and pro-environment but fiscally conservative. So the shift makes sense, Trageser says.
And that's not Donald Trump, right? The culture wars, getting rid of reproductive choice through Roe v. Wade, and pulling out of the Paris Climate Accords, those sorts of steps took the Republican Party sharply to the right, and really too far to the right for many San Diego Republicans.
Jordan Gascon is no fan of Trump, but the executive director of the San Diego County Republican Party wants local Republicans to fight for change within the party rather than leave.
Staying Republican and moving the Republican Party in the direction that you want to see it, I think, is very important. And people should stay in the Republican Party to do that, to affect change.
Also, the data show voters fleeing today's GOP aren't necessarily flocking to the Democrats. Far more are becoming no-party preference voters, which creates a new reality for campaigns. Ryan Klumpner, a San Diego-based campaign consultant, says the so-called independent voter used to be someone who'd checked out of politics. That's no longer the case.
Their affiliation as an independent is actually a reflection that they hold very specific opinions about politics rather than that they don't want to be bothered with politics.
Klumpner says the region's demographics and growth patterns also play a significant role. For example, areas like Mira Mesa and Mission Valley have built more dense housing in the past decade, which draws in residents who are more likely to be lower income and younger, and those voters are less likely to be Republican.
That changes the issues that they care about and how they live their lives, their access to public transit, the proximity to jobs. In a different environment, the same voters might be behaving a different way because they would care about different issues.
But who knows how long this new behavior will last? As experts tell you, local politics can be like the weather. If you don't like it, just wait a while and it will change. Claire Trageser, KPBS News.